Hello, friends from the comic book and manga world. My name is G,
And I'm Hector.
and we're here to talk about the May 27th, 2024 FOC. Hector and I, we work for Penguin Random House, so the titles that you'll see today are those that we can sell around the world. And aside from this YouTube channel, we're also on Twitter X, Facebook, and Instagram at Peerage International Comics, where you'll see our updates and news on there. So definitely check us out on those other platforms as well. And we'll go ahead and get started on our picks for this week.
All right. Versus you.
And first up is my pick. This is Kid Venom, issue number 1. This is the Sandoval foil variant. I know that this is going to look even better in person because of the foiling there. And so this has such an interesting story behind it. Tagami basically, this is not a one-shot. It's a mini-series. It's 4 issues. But the creator, Tagami, did a one-shot for this manga contest with Shonen Magazine. And because of that, the interest sparked. And so basically, what they did is they merged this Kintaro folklore as like what they believe to be an interesting host, be it. And so we have this 10th century Japan historical folklore type of comic, which very much intrigues me. So I'm super excited that this is coming out. So one of my picks for this week. Really awesome cover too.
Yeah, very cool. The next up is Barfly from the World of Minor Threats. Barfly number 1. This is a cover by Martin Morasso. And this comic, again, you can tell from the title, is part of the Minor Threats universe from Carl Starks, Ryan Brown, Patton Oswalt, Jordan Bloom, and Nate Piekos. Yeah, very cool cover. I love that it looks almost like a punk rock concert type of poster, and you have the neon on top with the title, but you also have like he's in front of a wall full of like graffiti with a lot of punk phrases and images and stuff like that. I don't know, should I say the name of the character? It's bleeped on the description. It's something eater, just so you know. You can figure it out. Yes, it's very cool. And I looked through Martin Rosso's Instagram and his other art, and it's very beautiful and like this. I love the contrast. Also, I wanted to mention I would love the contrast of the character being in black and white, and then the background being such a bright colors, mostly red, but yeah, all these colors. But then you have that anarchy symbol on the back as a jacket, and the look is such a punk rock or rock star pose, obviously, but with the big, fly head. I love it. Awesome.
Right. I've included here Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider, issue number 2. This is the Megan Hetrick variant. I just thought it was beautifully done. And I noticed the sneaks, sneakers. It's been switched, at least with this variant image, where we have the sneakers instead of the ballet shoes. I just liked it because, well, we have the Earth 65 Gwen, but then we have like shattered images of the 616, I'm assuming. So it's just like almost like an homage to like the iterations of, yeah. So I just thought it was just a cool concept. I also, with the spider webs sort of like entangled like around the shards. It's just a beautifully well done image. So had to spotlight it here for this week.
Yeah, I love Megan Hetrick's art, so this is very cool. Yes, and we got Giant Size Little Marvels number 1. Obviously, if you haven't figured it out, and by now it's Scotty Young, and this time he's not just drawing his little marvels, but also writing a story for the little marvels on this one shot. Obviously illustrated by Scotty Young, but also Dax Gordine. Um, and the art for the cover, it's so cool. It was recently revealed, the cover art, because it wasn't out a couple days ago. So it's good to see it. And it's also, there's this a lot going on with Scotty Young in the Marvel universe, obviously, because he's doing all these covers for his little Marvels all across titles right now. So, and there's a poster also available with all the little Marvels in one poster. So lots going on. So I'm really excited about this. Not much to say about the art, but it's like typical Scotty Young. And if you're a fan of Scotty Young, you're gonna love this for sure. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are gonna want to pick this up.
And this one, I just thought the cover was really wacky because it's, yeah,
Yeah,
with the premise too. The main character is Lo, who's this nurse at a care center, which is what it looks like on the cover here. And so what's interesting is that both the staff and the patients are either like aliens, ghosts, superheroes. They're like creatures. They're non-human, like
yeah,
beings.
obviously.
Obviously, as you can see. That's why I just love how wacky this is. And the main character has to fight their way through the corrupt staff, discover
Yeah,
secrets that lie in the garden, which I think is very much uh like accurately portrayed here
yeah.
on the
Oh yeah.
cover. So really cool. Really interested in this title myself personally. And then we have Gerard Way, of course, as one of the writers here.
Yes. Very cool. Next up is Grendel, Devil's Crucible, Defiance. Number one, cover B by Brennan Wagner. I am so excited that Mac Wagner it's coming back to Grendel's single issues, but not only that, but he's bringing back Grendel Prime, the original character, and also that it's very cool that this cover A is by Mike Wagner himself, but also cover B by his son, Brennan Wagner, which is really cool. And I love this art. I love how cool Grendel looks on this, and how there's shades and shadows surrounding him. There's skulls. He's on the future at the end of the world, coming back to his world and finding it in ruins. And there's gonna be a lot of cool things happening in this book. I'm sure it's a 4-issue miniseries. I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm sure fans of Grendel agree. Also, they're also looking forward to this. Can't wait. Awesome.
Then next up is our announcements, which is Seven Seas is keeping us busy with these new
Yeah.
licenses that they've acquired, and I'm very much a fan. And so first up, the new recruit, of course, something that is in line to what I like. This is a full-colored webtoon. I've already read this. It's a boys' love office romance. It's inspired the K-drama, which of course I've already watched.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the right one. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, we have Hyun who spent his 20s following his crush throughout college and grad school, only to wind up with no idea on what he's going to do with his career. But he somehow manages to like land an internship at this competitive marketing company. He's like, I don't know how I did that, but I managed to do that. Ready for a fresh start. Turns out that his crush from school works at the same company. So will he survive at his first job with a potential first relationship? You're gonna have to read to find out. And we have this Nakamura-san, the Uninvited Gyaru, Volume 1. And this one is, oh gosh, where do I start?
Yeah.
This is with Akiyama and Nakamura-san, who are two main characters here, polar opposites. One is like a flustered otaku, and she is basically this flashy, outgoing uh, girl, and she ends up saving his life. And so, in exchange for that, she demands something unbelievable for the main character, whose palms are sweaty in this volume 1 cover. She asks to live with him. So she's very proud and bold, unafraid to show off her body, as shown here. So this is like a hilarious romantic comedy manga for fans. Yeah.
Yeah.
For fans to get into. So, and then
Yes.
continuing on, we have Tiger and Dragon Volume 1. This is a shoujo manga about a love triangle between childhood friends. Very messy, very complicated. Konomi was 5 years old, crushing on her best friend and neighbor who moved away. And so after 10 years with no communication, Konomi decides, well, that's it. Like, I have to move on from this. I'm never going to see this person again. And so luckily she has another childhood friend who's waiting in the wings, ready to like start up some romantic relationship around the corner. But her previous childhood friend that she lost in contact with actually shows up, and now she has two potential romantic partners, and it's the question of, oh no, what do I do now? So
Yeah.
again, something I'm really into. And then we have My Dear Detective, Mitsuko Case Files. This is a volume 1 here. This one is what's interesting about this is set in the 1930s, and we have this career woman who's pressured to stay at home. She's pressured and often gets I mean, because she's a woman in a career field, because of the time period at the time, there's rampant sexism, especially directed at her. So she's this female detective. She's approached by this really handsome waiter that you'll see at the table there on the front cover, and he gives her her first solo case. Turns out he's actually pretty good at helping her out, and so she offers sort of like an assistant job to him, and they both like go on this journey as detectives do, and you can follow that journey with this manga. And then
I'm
finally,
looking forward to this one because
yeah,
I'm really into like these kind of mysteries and I can't wait to see a manga version of sort of like an Agatha Christie or Murder She Wrote kind of topic. And the cover,
mhm,
it looks like so many of the novels that we sell at PRH that are this kind of mystery, sort of small hometown, homely detective kind of look. Yeah,
yes,
very cool.
yes, yes.
And last but not
Okay.
least,
Last but not least, we have the Barbarian's Bride. So this is Serafina, the main character, who is captured alive and imprisoned by barbaric tribes of the East. And humiliated and dreading like the torture that she'll have to endure, she asks to be put to death. But surprisingly, something else happens. Instead, the tribe
of course.
leader asks for her hand in marriage instead, as you could kind of tell with the title here. So will Serafina face a cruel and abusive arranged marriage, or will she discover that these tribes aren't as barbaric as she was led to believe? And I just love the facial
Yeah, I
expression.
know, right? And
Like
it's another, yeah,
the knife at the throat.
yeah,
It's like,
the
"Ugh, how do I
half
go through with
sword, the
this?"
broken sword at the
The
throat.
broken sword,
Yeah, and another
I
topic
should
that is
say.
getting a lot of traction. We're getting a lot of stories about, sort of
Mhm,
forced marriage kind of situations. So very cool too.
mhm.
And that's it, right?
Yep. So that's it for this week. As always, Hector and I, we enjoy doing this on a week-to-week basis. Definitely come back next week for more, and comment below on what you are picking up for this FOC. We'd love to hear from you. And as always, linked down below in the description is our social media site. So check us out on those platforms at PRH International Comics. That's it for this week. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.